brings you economic equity for everyone, every day with your host, Debra Gould. Yes, I am Debra Washington Gould, President and CEO of Debra Gould and Associate Inc. DGAI is a New Orleans-based management consulting and performance management business founded in 1996. Please visit DGAI website at www.gouldassociates.com. You can learn more about my professional services in executive coaching, training, facilitating, and management consulting, and business motivational keynotes. So www.gouldassociates.com. Let me take a moment and just tell you about the Hustle Skirt podcast. The intent. You can visit me at www.persistentlane.com to learn more about the Hustle Skirt podcast. But for right now, the mission of Hustle Skirt podcast is to promote, communicate, and amplify the influence of powerful women like you see right now, Chanelle Harris, who I will introduce. She is one of those incredible entrepreneurs on my faith walk that I have watched to just blossom in her profession. We are for profit. Y'all heard that? For profit. So call us, find us on social media. I will, in the future, interview C-suite or higher executive with corporations or a nonprofit. But for now, this CPC Visual Company, we are, like Debra Gould, we are for profit, and I want to take every moment that I can to spotlight the resources in our minority business community. So with that being said, you may just hear my guests that I interview tell their story, overcoming challenges and obstacles, pursuing opportunities and victories and accomplishment, and succeeding in various organizations and businesses. So don't be surprised if Chanelle should share a perspective similar to my belief system here. Because you see, Hustle Skirt Podcast, yes, without a doubt, and let's not get it twisted, without a doubt, we did not live this long and strong to be put on the back shelf. So many of us have left corporate jobs. We have left the employment opportunity. There's absolutely nothing wrong to have a long, successful career. However, the universe just managed to speak differently, that we stepped out on faith to do it on the entrepreneurial walk. And hopefully they will share some golden nuggets that could inspire you, influence, impact you through their information shared. So CPC Visual, this is an opportunity for our interviewing guests like you today, Chanelle, to connect with and market your services to this listening audience. That is my intent. And I want to stand on top of Mount Everest for everyone to know about CPC Visuals. So let me just share her credentials. She is the president and CEO of CPC Visuals. You can check out her YouTube at Chanelle, Chanelle, Harris, Harris 1767. She will probably share that again with her Instagram as well. So more about Chanelle Harris. CPC Visuals features the work of Chanelle Harris, an expressive and soulful photographer, graphic designer, and mixed media artist who has dual residency in New Orleans and Dallas, Fort Worth metroplex. So as you can see, she's doing well throughout the United States, but she's my homegirl from New Orleans, and I adore her. I have just watched her blossom over the years. So Chanelle, I would like to just take this opportunity to say, welcome to Hustle Skirt Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Oh, I love you, and just thank
Love
you
you
for
too.
being here and blessing my audience, because I'm sure there are a lot of photographers that can learn, who are either a startup or a seasoned photographer like yourself. But
Mhm.
right now, I know you.
Yeah,
They will have to kind of build that relationship with
right,
Debra Gould and Associate, because that's who I'm bringing.
right.
Folks who has been kind and nurturing, a support system, my
Mhm.
cookie and creams person. Chanelle, I'm having a technology issue. Can you come help a sister
All
out?
right.
And she's always there. So with that being said, let's kick this interview off.
Okay,
Chanelle, tell me about yourself. I know a lot, but let's
right.
engage our audience to know more about how you arrived at the place of a corporate person
Mhm.
into stepping into your entrepreneurship. Tell me about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Chanelle Harris, like Ms. Gould said, from New Orleans, born and raised. I used to work at a worldwide company, and it was like the last year, I just felt like a voice was saying, "You're not going to be here at the end of the year." My artistry like really started kicking in, and I'll be honest, I probably shouldn't say it, but I used to sneak down the art department at this particular corporation. One of the guys that I work with, he said, "You're not going to be here long." And at first I was like, well, why would he say that? But he was right. He was right. So just went into it full time.
I'm gonna press rewind for a second,
Okay.
Chanelle, because I want my audience to know that I've known her and watched her blossom and grow up as a young lady into a successful entrepreneur in photography and graphic designer. However, in her education pursuit, academically, she finished top in her class. She went to one of the most amazing HBCU, Howard University,
Yeah, it's
HU
you.
in the house. So don't leave that out. You give them a little glimpse of what that experience was like,
It
Chanelle.
was wonderful. I went to Howard University August of, oh God, it seemed like it's so long ago, right after I graduated from McDonald 35. And I went into accounting. And it's so funny. The School of Business, we used to call the School of B, was directly across the street from the School of Fine Arts. During my spare time, I would go to the School of Fine Arts and hang with those people sometimes. So it's like I had the best of both worlds.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I think folks from HU or any HBCU or any Big Ten
Yeah.
school or anywhere would know that, is one thing when we step into our undergrad experience, the world is wide open to
Yes.
explore, but you kept leading you back to the arts.
Kept on leading me back to the
Well,
art.
that was a general question. I'm going to ask you a specific one. What was
Okay.
your mission at the start of your company business, CPC Visuals?
The mission, I would say, would be like, I just wanted to share my art with the world. Let me take that back. I want to share New Orleans art with the broader base, because it's something about New Orleans art. It's so eclectic, it's so special. And I realized, like, when I was taking photographs of people, and I would always go back to New Orleans, even when I was doing my graphics, I'll always go back. And then when I started doing mixed media, which is basically graphic design and photography mixed, it was always going back to New Orleans. So that's what I was trying to share, but I wanted to share it in a deeper, more eclectic way I'll say across the United States, but actually across over the world now, because I just finished doing some graphics for some people in Haiti.
You're
So
not telling it all, Chanelle.
yeah,
I've seen your fine works. Talk
yeah,
about, if it's okay to share, some of the most amazing clients and the work that you've done. You're part of your being in New Orleans right now because you're just finishing up the
yes,
Jazz Fest in New
yes,
Orleans
just
for
finishing jazz.
2023. And
Yes,
there's been other amazing projects that you've had on. Is
yes,
it okay to share some of those projects to just
yeah,
give people hope
yeah,
to
yeah.
step
Some
out
of them,
and live your dream? Tell
yeah.
us some of
Oh,
your favorite or some of your clients work that by
okay.
CPC Visuals.
Well, currently I'm in an exposition here in New Orleans. It's called Seeing Black. And it was based on, excuse me, I don't have it right in front of me. It was a artist from New Orleans, a female artist. And I was asked to contribute, and I did. Actually, it's going to be shown at universities within New Orleans soon, but right now it's at the Ashe Cultural Center. What else? Yeah. So actually, the last day of the exhibit is going to be the 27th of this month. So if y'all want to see it, go down there and see it. I've also worked with Essence.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yes. I photographed many entertainers. Oh my gosh. It's like now I'm talking about it, I'm starting to think like all I've done. I've worked with also people in Dallas as well. I work with Uptown Theater, and they constantly show your art. I actually just last week, I was just entered into Create Arlington for small works. So that opens up on May 10th. So if you're in Arlington, Texas.
You've been featured in a number of magazines, your work.
Yes, Southern Dallas Magazine, Smooth Jazz Magazine, Essence. That was a while ago, but I was in Essence. Oh man, it was another one. I can't think of it right offhand, but yes, I have been in some magazines.
I just want my audience to, when they check out this particular YouTube or go to my website and listen to this interview, you're playing for real. You're doing your thing.
Yes.
You're living your passion
I
as
am.
a photographer.
I am.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you one more question. I'm gonna say goodbye.
Okay.
What makes a good leader, or what makes a good entrepreneur?
I think the key for me, I'll say, is to be open. You have to be open to, I'm talking about the good and the bad. You have to be open, and you have to research, you have to network. You definitely have to network, because you can't just sit at home. Yeah, you can be on your computer and get stuff, but you have to go out there, meet people, talk. I'm going somewhere tonight, actually, to meet some people to help with a documentary that I'm about to start working on. So you have to position yourself. I would say that you have to position yourself. In addition to that, you got to pray. You got to trust God. God will open up doors that no man can. And I'm a witness and a testimony to that. So
that's why I was excited about doing this interview. Just keep it real,
Yeah.
Maybe aspiring entrepreneurs, or perhaps interested in photography.
Yes.
To see, we're talking now. However, there's going to be many times people are going to watch this interview over and over and over on YouTube, my website, my social media channels. So, I'm excited.
You got me excited.
To slow you down long enough to do this. I said, I have this list of all these amazing women.
Yes.
I gotta get CPC Visual.
I appreciate that.
Chanelle as part of this. So as I close out, I just want to repeat what you think make a difference in being a good role model, or a leader, or an entrepreneur. What I heard from you, be open.
Yes.
That comes with the good and bad.
Yes.
Research. Network. I have to talk to you offline where you're going like that this afternoon. But network. I say all the time, talk to people.
Yes, talk to people.
You got to get out of your office.
Yes.
Network.
Yes.
Look, you're looking at the network queen, so I got to work it.
Yes, and you do.
You say a lot of great things, but position yourself.
Yes, position yourself. You have to.
You bless my audience by saying you have to pray.
Yes.
You have to be humble. You have to think and give praise to who really makes a difference.
Yes.
You have been able to lead a major corporation, do the faith walk, and doing the things that you're doing.
Right.
So I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too.
So look, what we're gonna do right now is, if I had to ask you, give me one word to describe equity, what would be that word, Chanelle?
Equity is ownership. That's the way I think of it. It's ownership.
Good word, good
Yes,
word, good
yes,
word.
yeah.
So you're going to
And
leave my audience with your word of ownership.
Yes.
So as we close out, I'd like to just remind the Hustle Skirt podcast objective is to empower you to speak power, just like you heard from Chanelle Harris. Embrace change.
Mhm.
You notice she left that corporate position?
Yes.
Embrace change, and she's making a difference in the world,
Yeah.
not just between New Orleans and Dallas, Fort Worth, but her work is taking her many, many places.
Right.
Embrace change.
Mhm.
Own your vision, your mission,
Yes.
your purpose. Get
Right.
fired up like
Right.
and live your passion.
That's
That
right.
is why she's leaving her footprint everywhere she go, because she is passionate about her work. So
Mhm.
y'all, you know, I want y'all to do something special for me.
Mhm.
Make sure to visit our website
Yes.
at www.persistentlane.com, where you can subscribe to the Hustle Skirt podcast.
Mhm.
Other than saying go to my website at www.persistentlane.com, there you will have 9 other platforms where you can see this interview with Chanelle Harris. Just to name a few: on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, just to name a few of the 9 platforms.
Mhm.
And don't forget, when you get to Persistent Lane website, click on the YouTube as well and see this interview. She will be on all of my social media channels, from Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, my Facebook business. Y'all, I want you to watch this interview over and over and over, because she did make a difference today. For some,
Thank you.
starting or emerging leader in our community, as well as a veteran entrepreneur, because I can do a lot of things, but I cannot do everything. So
Mhm.
on occasion, I've had to call Chanelle. As you can see, we
Yeah.
like 2 different, maybe 2 generation different. I can always learn something from the younger generation. She
Yeah.
blesses me every
Mhm.
time we connect. But
Yes.
while you're at it,
Uh-huh.
if you found value in this interview with CPC Visuals today, give us a rating on iTunes, or if you just tell a friend
Mhm.
or family member in your network that you was watching Hustle Skirt and you came across CPC Visual, to learn something unique about this photographer and graphic designer.
Mhm.
You are listening to the Hustle Skirt, the show that brings you economic equity for everyone every day, with your host, Debra Gould. Chanelle, I love you.
Love you
You
too.
did
And
a
I'm proud of
fantastic
you.
job. Oh, you look simply beautiful.
Yeah, you as well. But I wanted to say, I know this was the interview talking to me, but I just want to say I'm very proud of you and the steps that you've taken. You consistently, ever since I met you, you keep going and going. You keep reinventing yourself. And I love it.
Reimagining.
Yes, I love
I'm
it.
having fun.
Yeah, keep having fun.
Like everybody else, I have to overcome my challenges and step into it, but
Yes,
I never believe in giving up.
that's
Now, you
right.
know,
That's right.
it's called Persistent Lane, because positive persistence beat resistance every day.
That's
And for
right.
27 years, I wake up and I say,
Mhm.
thank you, Lord,
Yes, yes,
every day.
yes.
Thank you for new mercies. Thank you for grace.
Right.
So every day I step out and I meet entrepreneurs, male and female, who's making a difference. And when I can, I want to spotlight them.
Yes.
That's what equity means to me.
Yeah. And I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for your remarks about our relationship, because it's always been kind and nurturing.
Yes.
We're going to end our interview today and just remind folks to please check out www.persistentlane.com, where you'll get to see this interview with CPC Visuals. Make yourself a great weekend, Chanelle.
Thank you. You as well.
On purpose now. All righty.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.